Hello everyone. In this video, we will study about the first module of surveying topic, surveying subject. This module is all about the introduction part of survey. That means the definition of survey, aim and objectives of survey, principle of survey, uses and different types of survey. Now, what is mean by survey? The basics of surveys are nothing but the map preparation by finding different distances. Okay, here the definition is art of determining relative positions of different objects on the surface of earth by measuring the horizontal distances. Okay, here survey is nothing but to measure the horizontal distances. And why these distances are to be measured? Because of preparation of maps. ओके, सर्वे क्या होता है कि हम लोग हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्टेंसेस मेजर करते हैं ऑब्जेक्ट्स के बिटवीन एंड बाय यूजिंग दैट डिस्टेंस वी आर गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर दी मैप्स. ओके, नाउ सर्वे ये एक अलग बात है और लेवलिंग ये एक अलग बात है. लेवलिंग इज नथिंग बट टू मेजर दी वर्टिकल डिस्टेंसेस. ओके, एंड सर्वेइंग इज नथिंग बट टू मेजर दी हॉरिजॉन्टल डिस्टेंसेस. अभी सर्वे सर्वे जो हम लोग करते हैं उसमें नॉट ओनली वी आर गोइंग टू मेजर दी डिस्टेंसेस बट ऑल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू मेजर दी एंगल्स. ओके, सो सर्वे में हम लोग एंगल भी मेजर करते हैं, डिटरमाइन करते हैं, डिस्टेंसेस भी डिटरमाइन करते हैं एंड बाय यूजिंग दैट हॉरिजॉन्टल वर्टिकल डिस्टेंसेस एंड एंगल्स वी आर गोइंग टू प्रिपेयर दी मैप्स. Okay, so the principles of survey. Before this, what is the object of survey? As I have already told you, object of survey is to prepare maps. Okay, now these maps can be of different types like geological map, archaeological maps, topographical maps, cadastral maps, military maps, etc. Okay, for different purposes we are going to conduct a survey operation, and on that basis we are going to prepare the maps, different types of maps. Now, to work from whole to part, in this principle, firstly, the first principle to work from whole to part. In this, suppose that कि हम लोग एक एरिया सर्वे कर रहे हैं. नाउ ये प्रिंसिपल क्या कहता है कि हम लोग को होल टू पार्ट सर्वे करना है. ओके, तो वो जो होल एरिया होगा we are going to divide that area into number of small triangles. Okay, now that triangles should be nearly equilateral triangles. Okay, अभी सर्वे में जो नियरली इक्विलेटरल ट्रायंगल्स होते हैं उसको वेल कंडीशन ट्रायंगल्स कहा जाता है. ओके, तो हम जो भी एरिया सर्वे करने वाले हैं वो एरिया हम क्या करेंगे कि पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करेंगे, इक्विलेटरल ट्रायंगल्स के पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करेंगे. ओके, अभी हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं कि एरिया हम लोग ने डिवाइड किया है तो जो ईच पार्ट है दैट ईच पार्ट विल बी सर्वेड सेपरेटली. ओके, एंड the summation of each parts will get you the survey of whole region. Okay, but instead we are going to work from part to whole. If we are going to work from part to whole, then क्या होगा कि सपोज हम लोग होल एरिया पार्ट्स में डिवाइड नहीं कर रहे तो वो जो एरिया है कि वो उस एरिया में किसी एक एंड से हम लोग स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं और सर्वे हम लोग करते जा रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो जहाँ पर भी हम लोग रुकेंगे, सपोज एक स्टेशन है, स्टेशन ए, वहाँ पे हम लोग रुके तो वो स्टेशन सपोज आपके एरिया के थोड़ा बाहर आया है. ठीक है, तो आपको पता नहीं चलेगा कि वो एरिया के बाहर आया और आप वहीं से क्या करेंगे, अगला सर्वे कंडक्ट करना स्टार्ट करेंगे. तो वो जो एरर आएगी वो एरर आपके पूरे सर्वे प्रोजेक्ट में कैरी की जाएगी. ओके, और उसकी वैल्यू क्या जो होती जाएगी, इंक्रीज होती जाएगी. तो जो पार्ट टू होल का जो कंसेप्ट है उसमें एरर्स मैक्सिमाइज होती है, मतलब एरर्स के चांसेस बढ़ते हैं। लेकिन जो होल टू पार्ट की जो कंसेप्ट है, जो प्रिंसिपल है सर्वे का, टू वर्क फ्रॉम होल टू पार्ट, दिस प्रिंसिपल अवॉइड्स मेकिंग मिस्टेक्स और मेकिंग एरर्स। Okay, so we have to work from whole to part. ओके क्या करना है, जो एरिया है उस एरिया को हमें इक्वली डिवाइड करना है नियरली इक्विलेटरल ट्रायंगल्स में, वेल कंडीशन ट्रायंगल्स में, एंड देन वी आर गोइंग टू conduct a survey work for each and every part of that region. Okay, now the second principle is to locate a new station by at least two measurements, linear or angular, from fixed reference points. Okay, now ये प्रिंसिपल क्या कहता है कि हमें अगर न्यू स्टेशन लोकेट करना है तो वी हैव टू बी विथ अस at least two measurements, either two linear measurements, either two angular measurements, or one angular and one linear measurement. ओके, भी एक लाइन है, उस लाइन से दोनों एंड से अगर हमें पता है कि उसका थर्ड पॉइंट का डिस्टेंस क्या है तो हम लोग वो पॉइंट लोकेट कर सकते हैं। अगर हमें एक एंड से एंगल पता है और एक एंड से डिस्टेंस पता है तो भी हम लोग थर्ड पॉइंट लोकेट कर सकते हैं। और एल्स if we are known with the angles from both the stations, then also we are able to locate that new station by using that two angular measurements. Okay, so these are the principles of survey, definition of survey, and the objectives of survey. I hope you understood what is mean by survey. Basically survey is nothing but counting. Okay, survey is nothing but counting certain things. Here we are counting the distances and angles. Okay, and the motive of your survey part or survey work is to prepare maps, different types of maps. Now classification of survey. Here is the flow chart which shows the classification, basic classification of survey. Here mainly survey work is divided into two classes, primary classification and secondary classification. Okay, now this primary classification is plane surveying and geodetic surveying. It is divided into another two classes, which is plane survey and geodetic survey. And secondary classification is divided into four parts based on instruments, based on methods, based on objects, and based on nature of field. Okay, now first of all we are going to discuss plane and geodetic survey. Okay, नाउ प्लेन सर्वे में क्या होता है कि प्लेन सर्वे में हम लोग स्मॉलर एरिया सर्वे करते हैं, तो जो भी अर्थ का कर्वेचर है दैट कर्वेचर इज़ नॉट कंसिडर्ड इन टू प्लेन सर्वे. Okay, that area is not, that curvature is not considered in to plane survey. Now in geodetic survey the curvature of earth is considered, as we are going to survey the large area. We are going to consider the curvature of earth in geodetic survey. Now here in plane survey the curvature of earth is considered as a straight line. Okay, but in geodetic survey the curvature of earth is considered as a curved part. Okay, now the area limitations for plane survey is for plane survey we are going to conduct the survey for less than 250 kilometer square area, and for geodetic survey we are going to conduct the survey for more than 250 kilometer square area. Now this plane survey is carried out by departments like state agencies like irrigation department, railway department, etc. But the geodetic survey is done by the survey of India department. Okay, Now the secondary classification is based on instruments, based on methods, based on objectives or objects, and based on nature of field. Now based on instrument means the instrument which we are going to use for survey. Now on the name of that instrument we are going to name the survey. Okay, if suppose if we are going to use the compass for survey, then that survey is called as the compass survey or compass traversing. If we are going to use chain or tape for survey, then that survey is called as chain survey or chain survey. Okay, now if we are going to use the theodolite, then it is called as theodolite survey. Okay, like that plantable surveying is there, tachyometric and photographic surveying is there. In photographic survey, the like remote sensing satellites are the instruments which we are going to use for survey. Okay, now the second one is based on methods. Which method we are going to use for survey, on that basis we are going to name that survey. Now as I have explained in principles of survey, I'll show you. To work from whole to part, what we have done in this principle, we have divided whole area into number of equilateral triangles. Okay, so that process is called as triangulation. Okay, so that survey is called as triangulation survey. Hmm? And suppose if we are going to connect whole area by series of lines, then that survey is called as the traversing. Okay, so two types are there. First is triangulation survey and second is your traversing. Okay, now third one is your based on object. Now for which objective you are going to survey that whole area, it's named by that objective. Okay, like if you are going to do it for geological purpose, then it is geological survey. If we are going to do it for mine and archaeological purpose, then it is mine survey and archaeological survey. And also if we are going to do it for military purposes, then that is called as military survey. Okay, now the nature of field. Which type of field, which is the nature of field that we are going to survey is also a part of study. So land survey, marine survey and astronomical survey are the types which are the based on nature of field. If you are conducting a survey in field or in land, that is called as land survey. If you are doing the remote sensing process, then it is astronomical survey. If we are doing the marine, like if you are calculating the depth of river, sea, like that seashore survey, then that surveys are called as your marine survey. Okay, we are going to use water as a base. Now the uses of surveying. Uses of surveying are to prepare topographical maps, to prepare cadastral maps, to prepare engineering maps, to prepare military maps, to prepare contour maps, to prepare geological maps, and to prepare archaeological maps. Okay, now these are very simple names, only indicate what are the uses. Um, like topography, if you are going to determine the topography of particular region, undulations of that region, then it is topographical map. Cadastral map is if we are going to determine the boundaries of certain region, boundaries of buildings, boundaries of jungle, boundaries of villages, etc., then it is called as cadastral map, only boundaries. Engineering maps is very simple engineering works and we are going to do the survey for that, then it is engineering map. Military map, for military reasons, if we are calculating the RLs for roads for the military, Then it is military map. Contour maps, the undulations of particular regions can be calculated here. Geological maps and archaeological maps, these are done for geology purposes. Then it is called as geological and archaeological maps. Okay. Now the accessories for linear measurements. Now before that, linear measurements can be done by using stepping also, that is pacing. That means we can calculate or determine particular distance by using steps, walking steps of human beings. Okay, that is also a method of calculating horizontal distances. And one more method is there, speedometer, which is built in vehicles. It is inbuilt in vehicles, which can be used to determine how much distance that particular vehicle has covered. So that speedometer helps a lot. Like that, chaining is there, passometer is there, which are the methods used to calculate the horizontal distances. Now in survey work, which are the accessories we are going to use for linear measurements? There are lots of accessories. I'll explain one by one. First is your ranging rod. Okay, this diagram or figure shows the structure of ranging rod. Here you can see the iron shoe is there, and the height of whole ranging rod is 2 meter. This ranging rod is used for ranging process. Okay, ranging process is nothing but to establish the intermediate points between two end stations. ओके, एंड स्टेशंस जो है उस एंड स्टेशंस के बीच में अगर हम लोग को इंटरमीडिएट पॉइंट्स एस्टैब्लिश करने हैं, देन दैट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड एज रेंजिंग प्रोसेस. Okay, so for that ranging process, the rod, some types of rods are used. That rods are called as ranging rods. Okay, these rods are made up of galvanized iron pipes. They can be circular or square, but mostly the circular sections are used because circular sections are most effective sections. Because they can easily handle the grips, can be easily made by using circular sections. So the circular sections of 25 mm diameters are used here. Here you can see, and also the length of these rods are vary up to 2 meters. Now this rod, if you see, this rod is divided into number of parts. Okay, now this each part is of 0.2 meters, 20 centimeters each. Okay, now these parts are painted. Okay, either this as a black and white or red and white. Okay, why this is so? That means why these divisions are painted? Because if the distance of ranging is too far, then the surveyor which is at the end stations have to be visible, sorry, the ranging rods have to be visible for that surveyor. Okay, so from large distance also these ranging rods are visible because of this paint. Okay, so that these patches are painted red and white or black and white. Okay, um, I hope you've understood up to this, that is the basic information about survey principle, uses and types, and also the ranging rod information about ranging rod for linear measurements. Okay, the rest of the accessories I'll explain in next video, like chains, tapes, etc. Thank you.